it's basically the curse of being successful. So when you're broke, you start out, you got no money, but because you have no money, you can't go anywhere. So you can't go shisha lounge, you can't go to another country, you can't go to a restaurant, you can't really fuck around, bro. Like back in the day, people used to just knock on their friend's door and used to say like, let's see the mom open the door, oh, is Octavian there to come out? And you just jump on your fucking little shitty BMX bike and you just used to ride around. You know what I mean? The people used to do that in Romania. Or like you play football or, you know what I mean? Like you knock on people's, you drive your bikes and shit, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, you're a man, you don't do that anymore, you know? So when you're starting off, you have nothing to do. You finish school, you don't talk to your friends anymore, like you're not really connected to anyone, you get no bitches, whatever. So you have no money to go out, so you can't travel, you can't go to restaurants, you can't do nothing, you got no friends. So what do?
Work.
You sit in your room and you just work, and you make a fuck ton of money. But then you get money. Now you're like, I need an optimal morning routine, so I gotta take these supplements in the morning. So now you added a 20-minute phase, and now I need to do meditation, which is obviously you should be doing that when you're broke anyway, innit? You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying in general, guys go too far now. They're like, oh, I'm successful. Instead of meditating for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I'm gonna meditate for 20 minutes to an hour. And then they have this long, like, planning the day routine, and then they have to eat, they have to go to the gym, and they have to hit the gym and do this mad workout with a personal trainer, or, you know, something crazy. And now you start losing time. Then you're like, oh, it's like us right now. Oh, there's an event in Dubai, Andrew Tate's fighting, let me go watch Andrew Tate fight. So then you go to Dubai, now you get bitches, you're like, oh, let me go out with this bitch, let me go out with this girl, let me take her on a date, let me pipe this bitch, right? And you've lost the edge. Before, all you did was wake up and work. Now you're waking up and you're doing 100 different things. Why? Because you got money. So it's like, the more money you make, it's harder to become successful because you get more distractions. There's new toys. For example, as I said, going on a date. It could even be buying a car. You buy a car, okay, it's not done. This is something that Alex Becker said, right? He bought a Lamborghini and he would just look for excuses to go for drives. So you're just sitting at home, right? And you gotta focus on a project. You're bored as fuck. You're like, nah, let me go Aura Farm. So you jump outside, jump in the Lambo, put the roof down, and you start driving around. But then it comes with another problem, because when he wanted to do his like A to B commute, right, going to the gym, going wherever, he goes, it's not the same, because when he was driving like a Honda, he goes, there's a turn, sharp turn, he'll turn. If the wheel hits the side of the road, he doesn't give a fuck, you know, if he curbs the car, he doesn't care. But with a Lambo, now you gotta drive slowly, now you gotta check your mirrors extra. Now when you go around the turn, you're looking out the window, like to make sure that you don't curb the Lambo. So like your whole lifestyle starts decreasing. It's like the more money you get, you lose time because you're doing more shit. Now you have more responsibilities, bro. People are reaching out to you for like things in return. You know, fake friends. Oh, how was your flight to Dubai? You don't give a fuck, bro. Let's just be direct and tell me what you want. You know, and your time starts going to different places. So that's why people, because you look at big creators, right? And you think like, why don't these big creators upload once or twice a week? Why do they miss a week? That's why, bro. Because they're busy. Now let's go out with you, my friends. Time passes. You're fucked now. You know, you spent all this money. You spent all that time for what, bro? What's the excuse for big creators not to be uploading 2, 3, 4, 5, even 7 times a week? Distractions, because they have the capital. They have money for editors. They have money for people to script the video. They have everything, but they don't even want to spend 10 minutes hiring somebody. That's how fucking lazy they are, because that takes work. And when you start making money, you build this identity. This is a very like harmful identity, right? Of money comes easy. Money does come easy and money does come abundantly, but they start forgetting the amount of work that it took.
Tell me, guys.
Same, bro. Just filming a little expert and that.
Huh?
Just filming a little expert for the vlog. But you know what I'm saying? So as you start making money, you build this identity of, oh, I'm that guy and money comes easy. So what happens is, as time passes on, your memory of what happened decreases, right? So they call it like the memory and time curve. As time passes, your memory decreases. So the amount of hustle that you put in to get to this point, you forget. And you say, money just comes easy to me. And guess what you do? You stop working. You let your foot off the gas. You You start going outside for shisha more. You start going outside for food more. You start going on dates more because the amount of women you have access to just like massively increases. And then that's why entrepreneurs like slowly start to fall off. Because the point that I'm making is, why is it that big creators are not uploading consistently 3-4 times a week when they have the capital for editors, they have the capital for script writers, ideation, titles, thumbnails. They have everything at their disposal, yet they don't do it. You know why? They don't want to spend 1 hour trying to hire somebody because that requires energy. And they think, nah, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. The money comes easy. I'll just make a video, post it, and I'll just get paid. That's not how it works. So that's why you see like all these big entrepreneurs, they're extremely easy to take over because they say like 80% of the results comes from 20% of the work. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be 80% rich. I want to be 100% rich. 80% rich is when you make $10,000 a month. You can go to Dubai, smoke some fucking shisha, and that's 80% rich. 100% rich is you have hypercars. So if you want to be 100% rich, you can't do that 20% of work to get the 80% results and then just be happy. But most people do that. They do that 20% of work and they think, yeah, I'm the top of the market. I'm the market leader. No one can overtake me, and they stop putting in the effort.
Yeah.
But then there's the hustlers, bro. The guys that wake up, they have a team, they're reinvesting money into it, and they're like obsessed over this one thing, and that's all that they care about. They don't care about going on dates, bro. They don't be really thinking about going out, eating, shisha and shit. Obviously, we're doing that now. We're not being hypocrites because we're on holiday. You know what I mean? So it's a bit different.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about a non-holiday period. For example, if you look at all the guys who live in Dubai, when you click on their Instagram, what do you see? Every single fucking day, bro, they're going out and eating and doing all this shit. That's not sustainable, bro, if you want to generate like big money. And that's why you never, ever, ever see these guys go past the Lambo phase. Even worse, they stay in the Aston Martin, McLaren phase. Because why? They think, oh, I'm that guy, bro. The money comes effortlessly. So then they hit a plateau. And that plateau is purely because of what they believe. And it's because they don't understand that the work they put in. Bro, when you're broke, you have nothing to do. You got no friends. Because once you finish school, you have no fucking friends after that. You got no bitches to go on dates with. You ain't even got money to go out and eat. All you can do is work. So you're putting in those 8-hour, 12-hour days. You get money and now you forget that and you stop doing that. You let your foot off the gas. And that's why most entrepreneurs, they make money and they start to fail. Or they never reach the pinnacle, which is hypercar. They're always around, man, driving out a Corvette CA, Aston Martin, 570S McLaren, some bullshit. Or maybe they get to the Huracan, Aventador, whatever, and they plateau. But why are there not people buying hypercars at mass? Why? It's not that deep, bro. It's only $6 million. Like, bro, if you sit down and you put your fucking mindset, why can't you make $6 million? It doesn't require insane work. You can't extend the day past 24 hours. A 24-hour day is always a 24-hour day. Do you know what I mean? So how is it some people are using those 24 hours, they're making 10K a month? Yeah, those other dudes are using those 24 hours and they're making 20 million a year. They're not doing anything better than you. They're just putting in more work into the business, but they're working on more smart work. That's it. So you have to work smart and work hard. But people forget that and they only work smart. Am I spitting facts or what?
Fact.